This is my October 2022 sales update video, and there are 3 parts. First is what I sold, how much I paid, and the profit. The second part are numbers that I track, and the third part is highlights of items I found that are listed. So it's not a traditional haul video where I'm just showing you what I bought. So you get to see the history of the sold items, and then anything I'm showing you that I bought for resale has been listed because, and repeat this out loud, items that aren't listed can't sell. Okay, so let's get started. This is a Longitude swimsuit, size 14. I find that the larger sizes sell better for me. I paid $3.17, took an offer of $20. Profit was $14.89. That is not a mind-blowing sale, but I'm including this to show you that swimwear sells all year long. And I'm happy with close to $15 profit. Next up is an item I've never found until a few weeks ago, a 5-inch Fontanini angel figurine. I paid up for this because I got this at a junior league store and their prices are generally higher, but I was excited to find it because after almost 20 years of selling, I'd never found one before. So I did pay $5 for this, took an offer of $20, profit was $14.94, and this sold in about a week. Next up is this funky tail tennis top. It's a size large, and I picked this up for $2.30. I just thought it was a fun pattern and color combination, and this sold in just a few days. I took an offer of $20. Profit was $15.97. This is a 100% cashmere sweater, apartment 9, which is a Kohl's brand. I paid $6.35 for this about a year ago. Finally got an offer of $28. That worked for me. Profit was $18.83, and unfortunately this was returned because it didn't fit properly, but that's okay. I'll just sell it again. Here is a LILLY Pulitzer lace dress. I paid $7.47 for this. Yes, that is a Georgia price. Took an offer of $30. Profit was $19.38. And this item did sell on auction back in September when I ran a whole bunch of auctions to downsize my inventory before I moved. And the person didn't pay for it, so I packed it up, brought it with me, tried again, and here it is, bringing in profit of $19.38, and I was glad to see that go and not be returned. I'm sort of getting out of the shoe business. I only have about 10 pairs of shoes listed at this point. This is a pair of New Balance shoes, men's size 11. These were in outstanding condition. I paid $7.41, took an offer of $30. Profit was $19.99. Okay, this is a Franklin Covey leather planner, and as you can see from the front, it does have wear from use and age. That's how I phrase it in my listings. When something is not perfect, you can say shows wear from use and age, which is true. I paid $3 for this, It sold for full price of $29.97 in just a couple of days. Profit was $21.74, and I love selling these. They are so easy to photograph and ship, and I can't recall one ever being returned. And that's becoming the top priority for things that I sell when I am outsourcing and I make that decision. Do I really want to sell this because will it be returned? And honestly, I can't remember one ever being returned. So I like to sell items that people are going to keep. All right, this is a Magnolia Lane brand Ladies Masters shirt. I paid $4.75 for this, took an offer of $30. Profit was $22.08, and this also sold in just a few days. So I really love those quick sales. Here is a TORRID bra, size 42G, so a larger size. I paid $4.23, took an offer of $30. Profit was $22.60. Here's another boomerang item. That's what I call it when you sell something and then it gets returned and then you list it and sell it again. Hopefully it's not going to boomerang back to me. This is a Vineyard Vines tie, and the pattern is red Jeeps with green surfboards. And this was, I think, a youth size because it measured shorter than most men's ties, and that was in the listing. The first person who bought it did not read the listing, so when she received the tie and saw it was kind of short, she was not happy, but I referred her back to the listing. Thank you for contacting us. We're sorry that this doesn't meet your satisfaction. However, as you can see in the listing, the measurements are there. But we all know that people don't read. So anyway, the first time it sold for like $20, and this time it sold for full asking price of $29.97. I paid $3.18, so profit was $23.53. Okay, here is a pair of Joe gunmetal eyeglasses frames, and I literally had these for 3 years. Why didn't I get rid of them? Because they are so small, they don't take up any room, and eventually somebody will want them, and that's exactly what happened here. I sent I don't know how many hundreds of offers because they were getting looked at, and I would just keep sending offers, no takers. I did the end listing, sell similar, and voila, they sold in just a few days. So that strategy does work. I paid $4.30 for these. They sold for full asking of $34.97. Profit was $26.88. And you might think, well, hey, how do you ship these? I get the eyeglass cases from the dollar store and just pop them in there and put them in a padded mailer, just a little small one, like maybe 6x9. Very easy, and profit of $26.88. Here's an item that I had never heard of until I saw it in the Plush bin. The brand is KATHE KRUSE, and it's a little beanbag doll. And I thought, this is interesting. So I paid $1.18 for it. It sold for $32, making my profit $27.87. And it was only like 6 inches tall, so it was really a small item. But hey, for $1, I'll take a chance, and that worked out. Here's another bra. This is SOMA brand, size 38D. I paid $3 for this. Took an offer of $35, making profit $28.55. I'm also venturing into silk scarves. After watching a lot of you post these on the Money Making Mondays, some of these can go for big money. This was an Anne Klein scarf, 100% silk, a really pretty sort of paisley pattern. I took an offer of $35, making profit $29.91. And another item that is very small when you fold it up, so easy to ship. So scarves, ties, eyeglasses, bras, small plush. I'm really refining my inventory so it is small items that don't take up much room. Okay, this is a SPEEDO fast skin training suit for swimming. I paid $5.35. It sold for $40 on best offer. Profit was $30.57. This was a boomerang item, and it sold the first time 2 years ago and was returned because it didn't fit properly. But I just kept on waiting for the right buyer to come back to buy this, because I would buy this again today to sell. So sometimes you just have to be patient and wait, and especially if it's sold once before, that tells you, yeah, it'll sell again. Just be patient. Okay, this is a Singamajig. It's a little plush toy that has a electronic box inside that you squeeze the hand or the foot, and it either sings a song or sings little tones, and the idea is that you get a whole bunch of them together and they all can sing a song, and it's quite the thing in some Asian countries. They really love these. So I paid $1.18. It sold for full asking of $39.97, making my profit $34.31. Here's another item that took a while to sell, but it's a high quality item, a brand that's known for style and durability. It's called Smart Wool, and this was a wool blend zip front athletic jacket. I paid $6.35, and it sold for full asking price after probably a year and a half of $49.97, making my profit $40.44. Here's another item that sold on auction and was not paid for, so I just kept trying. It sold for $14 on auction, so it was kind of a blessing that the person didn't pay. This is a classic LL Bean sweater, 100% wool, fisherman style, with gorgeous cable knit. I paid $6.35 and took an offer of $50. Profit was $42.09, and this took about a year to sell. Okay, this is a vintage Ralph Lauren crested sweater. It looks like a jacket, but it's actually a knit sweater. And the button was missing from the bottom. So right here, there's no button. There was not an extra button on the inside, as sometimes you get lucky and find that there. But it had the vintage Ralph Lauren crest, which is highly sought after still. Interesting story, when I first started selling on eBay, one of my BOLOs was the Ralph Lauren crested blazer, and I had some of those sell for over $100, and they're still pretty popular today. Anyway, so this is actually a sweater, and I did note in the listing that the bottom button was missing. I paid $6.35 for this, took an offer of $74, and this was shipped to Israel. Profit was $53.50. Okay, here's a pair of vintage granny panties. Aren't these fabulous? I mean, they had lace, they were red, they had the Union label, and I got these for free. So I paid $0, and these sold for full asking of $69.97, making my profit $61.51. This was a brand that I'd never heard of called KLEIN. So I don't know if that affected the pricing, because prices were all over the board for this type of item, and I just put it out there, you know, at $70 just to see what I would get, and I was pretty surprised that they sold within a few days for full asking, no negotiating. Somebody just bought them. Am I beating myself up for not charging more? No, I am absolutely not. I'm happy with that $61.51 profit. Okay, and my highest selling item was this baby Gund Sprinkles the Elephant. I paid $1.18 for him. He sold for full asking price of $79.97, making my profit $69.12. So very happy with that. I love these little plush that sell for so much money, but it is a waiting game. You do have to wait for the right person to come along, but the good thing is these aren't going to expire. I've never had a plush returned, so that's why I'm moving in this direction of selling more and more plush. Okay, let's talk about some numbers. I sold 35 items, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm happy with that. I sold 88 items in September. So that's because I put so many items on auction and downsized my inventory. And I am definitely rebuilding. I have 394 items in my store now. In September, I was at 352, again because of all those auctions. So I'm down about 200 items. I would like to have more than I have now, but it's not going to be hard to rebuild. It just takes some discipline and consistency to keep listing. My inventory cost for the items I sold in October, $203.51. Now, this is a number I'm watching. I know you've heard me talk about how much cheaper inventory is in Greenville versus Atlanta, at least for me. So far, inventory is about 85% cheaper where I live now, and it's just shocking how much cheaper everything is. So this is going to be a game changer because I'm going to make my money when I buy. For example, I'm totally okay with selling items for $15 to $20 when they only cost 50 cents. So I'm going to call this a pivot in my business. I'm still going to look for those high dollar items, but when you're buying things for $5, it doesn't make sense sometimes to sell them for 20. But that's different when the item's 50 cents and you sell it for 20. So I see that inventory cost continuing to decrease as time goes on. So you want to pay attention to that. Make your money when you buy. Profit per item in October was $20.85. We are heading in the right direction. In September, profit per item was $10.96. I doubled my profit per item, even though I sold 40% of the number of items. So I sold fewer items in October but made more money, so back on track again. Okay, now let me show you some items that I found to resell and give you some teachable moments on these items in case you don't know about them. This is a Sundance small tank top. It's chiffon, 2 layers, and has beautiful embroidery and beading. I paid $1.88 for this. It was on the clearance rack in the back of the Goodwill, and I couldn't figure out why because there's nothing wrong with it. But if you're not familiar with Sundance, Sundance is Robert Redford's brand. So this is from the Sundance website. Sundance was founded in 1969 by Robert Redford when he purchased land at the base of beautiful 12,000-foot Mount Timpanogos in Utah's Wasatch Mountains. The pristine place of natural beauty radiates splendors of giant pines and aspen trees, gurgling streams, sweet, fragrant air, and fields of wildflowers. It has become the Sundance Village. The goal of the Sundance Village is to offer a community art and nature that would foster artistic pursuits and recreational activity while preserving naturally beautiful and unique environment of Sundance. At the base of the village was a tiny store which guests would frequently write to requesting special items they had seen while visiting Sundance. The first edition of Sundance catalog was mailed in 1989 to offer, quote, the kinds of things that we have been privileged to collect, many of them handcrafted exclusively for Sundance. So if you didn't know about that, now you do. I found this Jellycat plush for 50 cents and have him priced at $49.97. And one of my go-to items, 100% cashmere sweaters. This is a brand called 525 America. I paid $4.75 for this and have it priced at $34.97. And it's fuzzy and thick and warm and cozy. Probably couldn't wear it here in the South because you'd be too hot. But just fabulous texture, very soft and comfortable. Okay, this is an Ariat women's large polo shirt. You might not realize they sell clothing. I paid $2.45 for this and have it priced at $39.97. And this is an interesting brand if you are not familiar with it. So this is from their website, from their CEO, Beth Cross. Growing up on a working horse farm in Pennsylvania, I was one of 8 kids and spent my childhood surrounded by animals: horses, sheep, pigs, chickens, dogs, and cats. I have a special memory of sitting in front of the TV in 1973 watching Secretariat win the Kentucky Derby. He went on to win the Triple Crown, setting records that still stand today. Secretariat's big heart and competitive spirit were the motivations behind naming our company Ariat. Now, did you know that? I did not. Ariat was founded as the new breed of boot. We were the first to integrate athletic footwear technology into boots for equestrian athletes. Today, our world-class product team builds innovative and award-winning performance products for all types of outdoor and work environments. We are honored to be part of your story and thank you for being part of ours. So they make clothing and shoes and belts and accessories and all kinds of stuff. So I love their logo with the 3 horseshoes hooked together, and that their name comes from Secretariat. This is a Lake Keowee Marina baseball cap. This was $1, and I have it priced at $29.97. If you are not familiar with Lake Keowee, it is located 13 miles north of Clemson University, and it is a pristine man-made lake. There is a nuclear power plant there, but it is ranked as one of the cleanest lakes in the United States, and it is just gorgeous up there. So this is something I probably would not have found in the Atlanta area, but now that I'm living close to Lake Keowee, there it is. Next up is this vintage Animal Alley bear, 13-inch. I paid 50 cents for him and have him priced at $49.97. And this guy was filthy. I didn't even know he was yellow until after I washed him with OxyClean, and he just came out looking like a brand new bear. But the tag is very faded and worn, and I have sold Animal Alley brand plush for up to $250. So once again, just waiting for the right buyer who had this as a child or baby and is now grown and wants it, or whatever reason, he is ready for purchase. Okay, this is a Wallaroo hat, straw hat. I paid $2.45. I have this priced at $39.97. And Wallaroo is the name of the company, but it's also an animal that is, it's bigger than a wallaby, but not quite as big as a kangaroo. So it's kind of a hybrid of both of those. And I had never heard of this company. I felt this hat and was like, oh, this feels very high quality and durable and well made. So here's a little bit about that company. If you've never heard of it, you can see the logo there on the top left. When we first founded Wallaroo in 1999, I was inspired by visits to my husband's family in Australia, where the threat of skin cancer has long been understood. Back in my home state of Colorado, so much of our life was spent outdoors, yet the trend toward daily SPF and UPF clothing had yet to take hold. Our vision was to create functional, fashionable hats that are comfortable, packable, and effortless to wear, and to bring on all your travels. More than 2 decades later, we're still innovating in our field by developing custom fabrics and everyday designs that make sun protection even more stylish. So if you like these little backstories, that's what my courses in the Premium Library are all about. Expanding on the brand, when it was founded, what's popular, to give you a better understanding of these items so that one, you remember them, and you might think, oh wow, this brand has been around for over 20 years and I've never heard of it. There's just so much out there to learn. And if you haven't explored the Premium Library yet, there is a code below the video for a free trial. I challenge you to check it out for free just to see what's in there. I think you'll be surprised how much useful information is in there and how it can help your business. And the only way you're going to know is if you try it and see. Okay, here is a Vineyard Vines tie that I purchased for 50 cents, and I have it priced at $74.97 because it is unusual. It is from their custom collection and was made for Tabor Academy in Massachusetts. I couldn't find another one like it online anywhere. This one is new with tags, so I'm curious to see how much it sells for. This is a pair of Natori Feather Escape thigh-high stockings. These were $2, brand new in the package. They retail for $35. So I priced them at that just to see where it goes. And this is another item that's very easy to ship, doesn't take up much room, and isn't going to expire. Here is a vintage Tupperware Crispit bowl with the little spike that you stick the iceberg lettuce on. So comment below if you had one of these in your house growing up, because I think every household had one. I paid $2.45 for this and have it priced at $39.97. This is an unframed needlepoint with parrots measuring 18 by 8. It could be made into a lot of things. A wall hanging, a pillow, you name it. It was $2.45 and I have it priced at $49.97. And finally, this is a pair of Founds women's gloves. These are vintage based on the tag inside. These were $1.30. They are suede and lined with fuzzy fleece, and I have these priced at $29.97. And I'm just really loving living in a different place where I see different kinds of items. So I encourage you to do road trips or hit thrift stores when you are traveling, because you will see different things and it just kind of pumps a little extra juice into your business. It's like a boredom buster when you get out of your comfort zone and see different things. Okay, that wraps up this edition of my sales update. Tell me if you like those little backstories and additional information on brands and items, because I'm here to educate you. I know for me that when I know the why behind things, I remember them better, and it makes my business more successful, because you can never know enough. There's just so much stuff out there. Okay, thanks for sticking with me to the end, and I hope you have a fun day on eBay. Bye.